Good morning, students. Today we'll learn about chapter 14. It's about United Nations. So you will learn from here formation of the United Nations, objectives of the United Nations, principal organs of the United Nations, agencies of the United Nations, achievements of the United Nations, and the last is India and its role in the United Nations. So United Nations is abbreviated as UN, is an international organization that works towards achieving world peace. The organization was founded in 1945 after the Second World War to prevent wars and solve national issues peacefully. Since 2011, the UN has 193 members. So from here you can see the diagram. It has divided, the United Nations organization is divided into six parts. First is General Assembly, second is Security Council, third is Economic and Social Council, fourth is Secretariat, and fifth is Trusteeship and Council, and sixth is International Court of Justice. So first we learn about formation of the United Nations. The two major world wars brought vast destructions of life and property. Millions of people, including children, lost their lives or were rendered homeless. Economies of many countries were crashed. The League of Nations, formed after the First World War to avoid such destruction, failed to prevent the Second World War. Hence, in 1945, the League of Nations was dissolved and United Nations was established. Initially, the UN Charter was signed by 50 countries, including India. Today, it has 193 members. Next, we'll learn about objectives of the United Nations. The main objective of the United Nations are 1. To promote peace in the world, especially in regions facing armed violence. 2. To promote friendly relations among nations. 3. To help nations in solving economic and social issues on an international level. And fourth is to promote respect and implementation of human rights and freedom. Any country willing to abide by the rules of the UN and work in improving the social and economic conditions of the poor and homeless can become a member of the UN. Principal organs of the United Nations. First is General Assembly. It is the main body of the UN. It has its headquarters in New York. It meets once a year in November. Each member has a right to vote in the General Assembly. Security Council. It is the most powerful organ of the UN. It works towards maintaining international peace. It has 15 members. 5 countries out of 15 are permanent. They are China, Russia, France, United Kingdom, and USA. The other 10 are non-permanent members elected for a period of 2 years. Economic and Social Council. This body helps in promoting economic and social cooperation among nations to develop and progress. It works towards helping the economically backward and provides financial aid in solving the crisis. Secretariat. It is the administrative organ of the UN. Its function is to provide the necessary information for smooth functioning of the organization. It is headed by UN General Secretary elected by the General Assembly for a period of 5 years. Trusteeship Council. This body undertook the governing of those territories that were under the rule of the League of Nations. With the independence of the last nation of Namibia, the body has since remained inactive. International Court of Justice. This body mainly deals with the legal issues of the nations. A set of 15 judges are elected by the General Assembly who serve them for a period of 9 years. It has its headquarters in Hague, Netherlands. The UN works towards finding non-violent solutions for its member nations. It provides financial, social, humanitarian aids to the nations in need and brings together nations and their assets to solve an issue peacefully. Agencies of the United Nations. There are various agencies of the UN that work on major issues and crises that the world is facing in different fields. World Health Organization, WHO, Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and United Economic Social Cultural Organization, UNESCO, are the agencies of the UN. World Health Organization, WHO. It works to improve the medical conditions of the people and eradicate disease all over the world. It takes the necessary actions to prevent the spread of epidemics. It supplies medical aids and drugs for vaccination, prevention, and cure. It has its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. Food and Agriculture Organization. It provides aid to the people in regions affected by famine, drought, flood, and other natural calamities. Its aim is to end starvation, It advises nations about yielding better quality and quantity crops. Its motto, Fight Panis, means let there be bread. It has its headquarters in Rome, Italy. United Nations Children's Fund. This agency works in matters related to children, their safety, well-being, exploitation, education, and general welfare. It has its headquarters in New York, USA. Achievements of the United Nations. The UN till date have deployed 54 peacekeeping forces and prevented major wars from taking place. As per data, there are currently 15 peacekeeping forces in operation. The UN has enabled people in countries like Cambodia and Namibia to have a fair involvement in elections by giving them voting rights. The Earth Summit, a conference held by the UN in Rio de Janeiro in 1992, helped many countries promote awareness for protecting natural resources. And the last is India and its role in the United Nations. So, India has been actively involved as a member country of the United Nations. India has sent armies on peacekeeping missions to different parts of the world. Now, come to the summary portion. The main objectives of the UN are to promote peace in the world, especially in regions facing armed violence, to promote friendly relations among nations, to help nations in solving economic social issues on an international level, to promote respect, implementation of human rights and freedom. Principal organs of the UN are General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Secretariat, Trusteeship Council and International Court of Justice.